Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and another card making video. Today I am collaborating with Pear Blossom Press and my friend Lauren Taylor to bring you some inspiration with the brand new halo lights from the Pear Blossom Press shop. I am making this snow globe light up shaker card. I'm starting with the snow globe die set from Fawn. I die cut it from white and from this dark brown wood grain cardstock. 5 sheets of fun in that pack, so I had to use it. And now I have one cut from the new polka dot paper. I partially die cut it, and then I'm going to trim the top off with the grass border, and then I also have a grass border strip that I will use on my card as well. I have a yellow piece of this polka dot paper. It's from the tropical pack, and I'm going to die cut my little sun from the outside in stitched sun die set, and that will make a cute little accent for my card. I love the smiling face. I have this blue plaid paper from the new Perfectly Plaid remix, and I stamped some images from the Oh Gnome and Bug Deal stamp set, and the colors I'm going to use are going to be inspired by these fall leaf clay bits from the Craft Supplies by CC Etsy shop. So I am coloring my gnome's pants with BG05 and B02. This is the color combination I will use for all the blue in my images. I'm just going to show you how I colored out the gnomes because all the other things are very simple Copic coloring with little to no ink blending because they're so small. So I'm going to have him with a yellow belt. I just used my darker yellow on the middle part and the lighter on the outside. It's very, very easy coloring. And then for his shirt, I have YG06 for my lightest color and G14 for my darkest. Then for my pink color, I am using RV21 for my lightest and RV13 for my darkest. This is my favorite pink color combination. I use it a lot. I'm also going to use it to color the tops of the mushrooms for today's card. I'm going to bring in some orange to accent this little gnome's outfit. So YR16 is my lightest, and then YR07 is my darkest, and I love the little scallops in her apron. It's so cute. I'm going to color her skin E13 just like I did with the boy gnome, and then I'm going to highlight all the things with my number 10 Jelly Roll pen, just adding some highlights to each of these images. And then you can see here all the markers I used to color out today's images in case you're interested in replicating any of these color combinations. I die cut out all the pieces and they look so cute die cut out, but then I did something. I went to the craft store. Don't you think it's perfect that I store my die cut elements in my little mushroom trinket tray that my daughter made me? So here's the stamp set. I had to get that little baby frog because my daughter Hannah, who made me the trinket tray, she loves frogs and she's been wanting me to get this little stamp set here. So I did, and it was on sale. So what could I do? I had to get it. So now I am adding some ink to the outside of my white die cut snow globe. This is the tumbled glass distress oxide, just dusting it around the edge to give it a little bit of color. And then once that's done, I'm going to splatter it. So first I have some water. This is very subtle, hard to see on camera, but I like how it lightens certain areas of my ink blending. So once that's done, I brought in broken china, a little bit darker than my tumbled glass, and I'm wetting that with my paintbrush that has water on it, and then I'll splatter it off the edge of this window sheet. And my paintbrush is very scraggly. It works so good for splatter. Next, I am adding some sparkle silk on top of that. So I have 3 layers of splattery goodness, and I love it. Let that dry, and then I'm going to trace the opening of the snow globe onto a scrap piece of paper. I believe it's like 3.5 by 2.5, and that is going to be the perfect opening to add my sentiment from this brand new stamp set. These sentiments are made to fit in the opening of all the magic iris things. So I love that. I have this stamp that says Hello Sunshine. I'm stamping with carrot ink. I love this color because it's right in the middle between yellow and orange. Lovely. All right, here are the halo lights. Now these come already ready to go. There's no wiring for you to do. There's no figuring it out. You're just going to remove it from the packaging, pop it out of the casing that it's in, and it's ready to go. There is a little paper behind the battery that you're going to remove so that you can click the button and turn it on. It's that easy. I am not even going to poke holes for my lights today. It's just going to show from behind that snow globe. So speaking of my snow globe, I am gluing on a window sheet to the back, and I'm going to let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my halo lights. I use some 1/8 of an inch double stick tape, and that's going to hold it down really well. These are lightweight. You don't have to worry about it being hard to stick down. It sticks really well with the double stick tape. So you can see there, I put it all the way to the bottom. And then when I stick this down, I'm actually going to line up the bottom of the halo light edge with the bottom of my cardstock here. So I didn't actually need that pencil circle anymore. So I went ahead and erased it. And then you can see lined up the two edges together. All right, so now I am making this also into a shaker. So I'm putting my double stick foam tape around the edge of my halo lights, and I have to double that up so it's as high as or higher than my battery pack. So 2 layers. And then I'm adding in those leaves, and there was some purple in there that I felt I just didn't want for this card. So I just went through and picked out the little purple ones and saved them for later. And then I did have a little bit more than I wanted. It's such a small area, so I do end up removing a little bit of it here in a second. And then I felt like I should probably go ahead and put my grass piece on my snow globe before I stuck this down and the wooden base. So I'm going to glue those into place, and you can see that wood grain base. I love it. The dark brown is so fun. I just like the kind of woodland garden feel of this card. It's so cheery. It makes me so happy. And I feel you can have a snow globe for any occasion, and it doesn't have to be snow in the globe, right? It can be anything. So I love playing with this die set outside of just Christmas time. So there you can see I removed a few leaves. And already you're gonna, when you shake this, you're gonna shake it to help reveal the sentiment and see what it says. So I think that's kind of fun too. So now I'm adhering down my snow globe to my shaker base, and then I can trim away that excess paper that's showing. I removed that strip so the battery can connect to the mechanism that turns the light on, and the battery popped out. I just shoved it right back in. It was easy. So there I'm trimming the excess, and it's done. It lights up. It's so awesome. Okay, so for the base or my card front, I'm gluing down the grass to that plaid paper. I thought it would be fun to have the plaid in the background since I was ink blending the snow globe. And I love plaid, so it can be a plaid sky. That makes me happy. All right, I'm going to glue down my snow globe to the card, and then later I did add some foam squares below at the bottom of the snow globe to help hold it up, so it was a little sturdier. I added my sun with 2 foam squares so it was the same height as my snow globe, and now I'm going to go ahead and stick on all of those images that I colored and die cut out to make this fun little scene. I love the mushrooms. I've always loved mushrooms, and now my daughter loves them too, so it just makes me very happy, and I love using them on a lot of different cards, anything woodland. So now I'm adding in those little bugs from a bug deal. That stamp set, I love it, you guys. It was actually one of my stamp sets of the month. So if you love it, you should check out my Lawn Fawn playlist. All right, there is the little frog sitting on the mushroom. He's adorable with his little crown. I thought that he could definitely be a lawn decoration too, like the gnomes. All right, I am bringing in this Hefty Doodle stamp set. It's brand new to me, and it has a sentiment in there that says, "You light up my world." And I thought this would be a good thing to put at the bottom of my snow globe. I decided I would emboss it, onto my wood grain paper that was textured and already adhered down to my card. It wasn't a good idea, but you already knew that, didn't you? So I stamped it on another piece of paper, embossed it with white powder, and bubble cut it out. And guess what? I can glue it right over the top and nobody has to know. So that'll be our secret, okay? So that finishes up the sentiment, and I did put an enamel dot right next to that as the button to push the button. And I wasn't sure if people would be able to figure it out. So I handed the card to my husband, let him see, and he was able to figure it out. So you might have to tell somebody if it doesn't say push here, but I thought it was a fun little element. Now I'm bringing in this die. It's meant to cut out like a dirt mound, but I think it works really well to die cut from white and make a cloud. So I have one that is to the right of the cloud and a half of one that's to the left and below the sun. I mean, it's to the right of the sun. You know what I meant, right? Yeah. Sometimes words are hard. All right, I added a little shadowing with my C0 marker, and there is the shaker. Isn't it so fun? And there's the button. Can you hear it clicking? I love to push this button because of that click. It's so fun. I have a garden globe shaker light up card. Like, it's joy in a card right there. It makes me so happy. I'm probably going to give it to my daughter, even though she's seen it. I'll have to sneak it in somewhere and surprise her one day. But next, you are going to want to click over and check out Lauren's video. Lauren has actually been using the Pear Blossom Press lights throughout this month on her YouTube channel as a feature. So if you want more inspiration with these lights, be sure to check out her channel. I also have a video right here that I made earlier this month with the easy lights. So I hope that gives you plenty of inspiration. And if you want to check out the supplies, I have them linked for you in the description box below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and happy stamping. Bye.